In the classic fable, the initial power dynamic is absolute. You have the apex predator and an utterly insignificant prey pinned beneath its weight. The original Hindi story notes that the lion lets the mouse go simply because his stomach happens to be full. It is a casual, dismissive act of pity born out of convenience rather than a deep moral awakening. Curious, analytical tone. We tend to view our own modern environments, corporate hierarchies, competitive markets, much like that jungle. And in those spaces, we have to ask if sparing a moment for someone who offers zero immediate return actually holds any value. To answer that, we have to look at a concept called asymmetric vulnerability. This describes a state where massive structural advantages, size, wealth, status, suddenly become completely useless against a highly specific, highly targeted threat. Treating small acts of mercy as a waste of time, or viewing the people below us on the ladder as insignificant, actively designs a fatal blind spot into our own long-term survival strategy. The fable illustrates this perfectly when the hunter's trap drops. In a fraction of a second, the apex predator is neutralized entirely. The lion's primary assets are immense muscle mass and broad slashing claws, but against the interwoven tensile strength of a thick rope net, those are mathematically the wrong tools. Brute force only pulls the knots tighter. The only way out requires a completely different mechanism. Tiny, sharp incisors, applying rapid, localized friction to individual fibers. The micro-actions of the mouse are the precise countermeasure required to dismantle the trap. The mouse returning to chew through those ropes represents the direct, delayed return on investment from the lion's decision to let him live days earlier. Surviving a catastrophic failure requires a diverse network of capabilities you don't personally possess. You can only access that network if you build it proactively, long before the crisis actually hits. We can track the exact mechanics of this dynamic in modern sociological data, specifically by analyzing pay-it-forward chains in everyday commerce like coffee shops. In this network diagram, a customer covers a stranger's order, lighting the first node. The action branches exponentially, illuminating the grid. This area chart shows the resulting massive spike in trust. Unexpected benefits replace competitive instincts with a strong obligation to reciprocate. Apply that same data to a standard corporate hierarchy. Taking 15 minutes to mentor an intern or quietly assisting a struggling junior colleague operates on the exact same logic. You are the satiated lion, sparing the mouse. Engaging in these everyday acts provides a highly calculated, mathematically sound strategy for building a deeply resilient personal ecosystem. Eventually, everyone encounters a modern hunter's net. These include sudden mass layoffs, localized reputational crises, or unexpected health emergencies that instantly immobilize even the highest performers. Standard problems succumb to accumulated wealth or corporate titles. These specific traps neutralize those assets. A vice president title holds zero leverage when the entire division is liquidated overnight. That is exactly when the modern mice become critical. The overlooked executive assistant you treated with respect years ago, the former junior designer who now works at a competitor, or the peripheral contact who holds the specific piece of information needed to unblock your crisis. You cannot purchase loyalty or force a rescue in the middle of a crisis. You can only cash in the social capital you willingly distributed back when you held the power. Looking back at the jungle floor, the lion's decision to lift his paw functions as an accidental masterpiece of strategic foresight. Every time you extend a small, seemingly insignificant act of kindness to someone with less leverage than you are making a premium payment on a decentralized, invisible insurance policy. True, enduring power is measured that how many people are waiting in the wings to cut you loose when you inevitably fall.